All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at compound inequalities today. That's a compound inequality consists of two separate inequalities joined together by an and or or. We're just going to look at and statements today. So we're going to look at these and translate the words into an inequality. Translate the verbal phrase into an inequality. Then we're going to graph it. All real numbers that are greater than -2 and less than 3. With compound inequalities, we're going to start with an x in the middle. Okay. And we want all real numbers that are greater than -2. So if we've got -2 and 3 over here, we want numbers that are greater than -2 but less than 3. Okay. So you stick x in the middle, and it says they have to be greater than -2. So is the alligator eating the x? So I know it's bigger than -2. And I know it's eating the 3, so x has to be less than 3. So then when I make my graph, I've got -2 here and 3 here. Open or close circles over -2 and 3. Hiya, turn around, please. Open. And they are connected. Okay? Because x is greater than -2, but x is less than 3. Well, there's more to it. All right, why don't you try the next one on your own then, if you guys are so confident about these. Let's try all real numbers greater than or equal to 0 and less than 4. So make sure you stick x in the middle and then try to follow along. Thank you, Justin. You did your work now. All real numbers greater than or equal to 0 and less than 4. Anybody want to try this one? Where are we going to put x? We're going to put x in the middle. So what's smaller, 0 or 4? So you always list the smaller number first, the bigger number second. So the smaller number goes on the left, the bigger number goes on the right. So now we're looking at it's greater than or equal to 0. X is greater than or equal to 0. So which way is the alligator eating, the x or the 0? The x. And we know it's underlined because it's greater than or equal to. And less than 4. So which way is the alligator eating if x is less than 4? It's eating the 4. Okay? Then we simply make our graph. We've got 0 and we've got 4. Close circle over 0, but open circle over 4, and they're pointing towards each other. Okay, let's try one that's more like a word problem. Yes, Cheyenne? In this case, one of Miss Carmen said this in the other class, and it's a good hint. If the inequality signs are pointing the same direction, then they point towards each other. If they're pointing the other opposite ways, then they're going to point away from each other.
We're going to use the word and or.
Yeah,
too, right?
we're doing and right now. We're going to do or tomorrow. Okay?
So you know something says and when the line's connected between the two dots.
See, we say it right here. All real numbers are greater than or equal to 0 and less than 4.
So when you see and, you have to know that the inequality signs go the same way when you write them out in the quiz.
So the inequality signs go the same way. It's and. Come on. Okay, let's look at this more word problem one. This is like a lot like stuff on your homework. A crane, one second. A crane sits on top of a camera car and faces toward the front. Please don't talk while I'm talking. A crane sits on top of a camera car and faces toward the front. The crane's maximum height and minimum height above the ground are shown. Write and graph a compound inequality that describes the possible height of the crane. Okay, so you guys have a picture on your sheet. What is the minimum height of the crane? What is the minimum height? 4. What is the maximum height?
18.
Okay, we know x goes in the middle. So x has to be what of 4? Am I going to put greater than, less than? X has to be greater than or equal to 4. And x has to be less than or equal to 18. So which way is the alligator eating, the x or the 18? The 18. That is not the question, Justin. I did not ask left or right. I asked which way. Okay. Can you write some of this down, please? So I'm going to make a number line. I've got 4, and I've got 18. Do I have open or closed circles over there? Closed, because we have that equal sign under there. And we know that x is greater than 4, so it points towards the greater. But x is less than 18, so it points towards the left. So they cross each other. Yes. Okay, why don't you try the next one on your own? A roller, no, let's do this one together. Because this is similar to your homework. I want to make sure you really know how to do this one. Okay. So we've got a roller skating rink, charges $7 per admission and skate round. If you bring your own skates, the admission is $4. You can buy a pair of roller skates for $75. How many times must you go skating to justify buying your own skates? Okay, so if we don't buy our own skates, if we rent them, it costs $7 per time. I'm going to say X is each time we go. If we buy roller skates, we know it's $4 per time, plus how much? How much do skates cost? 75. This question is asking us how many times do we have to go where it's more expensive to rent skates than to buy skates? So how would I get x by itself? Subtract 4x from each side, because I want all my x's on the left. And I get 3x is greater than 75. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So x is greater than 25. If I'm going to go roller skating more than 25 times, it makes sense to buy my own skates. Okay, let's turn it over. We're going to solve these equations, these inequalities, and then graph them. If I've got 2 is less than x plus 5, which is less than 9, we are simply going to, how would you get rid of the 5?
Subtracting it.
Subtract 5 from everything. So what we do is we subtract 5 from everywhere. See how I'm doing this? That means we get -3 is less than x, which is less than 4. Okay? So we've got -3, we've got 4. They're both open circles, and they point towards each other. You want to do one more of these? And then try a couple on your own? Okay, let's look at D. I've got -6 is less than or equal to 3x, which is less than or equal to 12. How would I get x by itself? Divide by 3. So I divide everything by 3, and I get -2 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 4. Okay? And then we simply graph it. We've got -2, we've got 4, we've got a closed circle over each one, and they point towards each other. Why don't I give you a second and you can try B and C on your own. Try B and C on your own. continue another minute? Okay, please raise your hand if you can tell me how to get x by itself for b. Please raise your hand if you can tell me how to get x by itself for b. Yes, Shania. What is it doing? It's not being multiplied, it's being added, so you want to subtract. We're going to subtract everything by 2, and we get negative 4 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 2. We then graph this. We've got negative 4, we've got 2. We have an open circle over negative 4, but a closed circle over 2, and they're connecting each other. Justin, please stop. All right, so what do I do for C? Can I have somebody raise their hand and tell me what we do for C? How do we get x alone there in the middle? What? Add 4, thank you. We're going to add 4 to both sides. So we get 4 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 16. Draw a number line. We've got 4. We've got 16. Open circle over 4. Closed circle over 16. And they are connected. Okay, I'm going to leave this up here for another second. You should be getting out your handy-dandy notebook to start your writing.
All your stuff on
I think so.